Kingdom marriage, fatal attraction, deadly encounters. Hi everyone, it's Maria Momela. Thank you for joining me. Um, this is a message for someone, okay? It's actually two messages in one, okay? And I'm happy to deliver the second one after this one. There are some of you who come from a toxic background, or you have a toxic ex, or come from an abusive relationship, or there is some things in your past which your kingdom spouse may look at and feel that their life may be threatened, or they may feel that you are perhaps a no-go zone. Like for them to come near you, it's a war zone. Situations where your kingdom spouse might feel that your prodigal, uh-uh, that your ex won't let go, and they may fear this is something. And what the Lord showed me, ne? What the Lord showed me was this was not even in the person. This was just coming from outside forces, people just talking, asking them questions, suggestions, just asking questions and also suggesting and advising, you know, that it created some doubts, it created some fears, and it created some double-mindedness, and they're thinking like, well, look, I do like this person, but I'm not about to go in a war zone. Like there's a lot of women out there. Why would I want to put myself on the line? You know, there are other easier routes. Why would I want to take this one? So there are things that could have been said, suggested, or commented on that could have caused some level of fear for their lives concerning your ex, even though they might not have met the person. And they might have already come up with thoughts and ideas concerning the person whom they probably do not even know well, okay? To even, they do not even have enough details to be able to come to that kind of a conclusion, okay? And then some conversations could have created doubt, like, I do not know if this is the right person for me, okay? So I just had to address this, okay? And for us to be aware that in the world that we live in, you know how people can be cruel and people can be brutal. So it's only normal for a human being to think like that. And some of the men, some of y'all have been dating these really rough women, your person might be also concerned about this, your ex, perhaps your person is a lady, and you've been dating these perhaps these ladies that are a little bit rough, who don't have a problem breaking a nail, who don't have a problem, pulling someone's hair, so with regards to that, it can create a level of fear, a level of doubt, like, do they even want to be involved in such a situation? And what about having to deal with the drama? If the woman is unstable and she's full of drama, how will it go now that there has to be some parenting, co-parenting happening? So there's those kinds of things that are happening, okay? Now let me get to the solution, okay? These are actually two different messages, okay? I'm just putting them together because I'm not going to make two separate videos concerning this, okay? I really do like encouraging us with regards to kingdom marriage, but to tell you the truth, is not exactly one of my favorite topics. I think it's for the reason that I'm still in the journey, basically. Okay, nothing personal. I'm just in the journey, and I would rather I be out of it and then I'll be able to just release everything. Then, no problem. Okay. So, the Lord, listen, it's the Lord that has ordained this. The Lord has ordained this. And there is God's will and God's permissible will. When God permits a person to have children with this person, knowing very well that they will not last, the Lord knew the children that would be born in that union, and the Lord had a plan for them. So everything was all in God's plan. So let us not act like God has overlooked certain information, certain things, that God has miscalculated things. The Lord has went on ahead of us. Everything is planned. The Lord plans our lives from the end to the beginning. So the Lord has planned for the unions the same way, from the end to the beginning. So the Lord knew the children that would be born outside of the union, and the Lord knows of the child or children that will be born in the union, and it's all part of God's plan. God is not taken by surprise. It is all written. It is all already written. Okay. So I just want to say that oh, and by the way, before you come for me, when I say it's written, I'm not saying that God overrides our will and stuff like that. Okay. I don't even want to even go on to address our will as far as God's will is concerned, because that's just a topic in itself. Okay. So I just wanted to say, like, God ordained this, that God has got this, God has got this. Anyone or anything that will oppose the union, God saw, God foreknew, and God has a plan. Okay, God's will prevail. Like, if it's a person on the way, God knows how to get the person out the way, whether the Lord can open an opportunity for them or bring someone else to them. There's actually many things that the Lord can do to remove the person out of the way from being a problem. So let us not even be concerned about that. Let us not even be concerned about that. Your concern is for you to just pray over yourself for God's will to be done, and pray over your prodigal or your kingdom spouse for God's will to be done. That's all. That's all there is for it. So I just want you to know that, just know that everything is good, everything is well. And for someone else who might want to email me after this and say, well, the counterfeit is still there. Look, the counterfeit is usually mostly the case, and I'm going to say this once, and I hope that it sounds, I hope that you remember it many times. I'm saying it once, I hope that it reverberates to you many times. Counterfeits are usually the case, is usually the case, but the counterfeit is not the problem. The counterfeit will be out of the way. The counterfeit will be out of the way, and that is just the truth. I don't even want to even waste too much time even getting onto that. Like, it is as clear as that. I'm only just saying to encourage someone, like, if the problem is the counterfeit, I'm telling you right now, the counterfeit will be gone. And I do not even want you to be wasting your time or strength or energy on the counterfeit. Like, leave the person alone. That person is as good as out of the way. No person, no thing is going to stand on God's way, especially now with things beginning to pick up. There's God's will that needs to be done, there's work that needs to be done. So there's not going to be like some person who's been sent by the enemy to come and block things or to come and delay or derail. They can lie all they want, they can do whatever, they can perform. Look, they can do all that they want, but like, when the time is done, it is done. When the time is done, is done. Before I end this video, okay, for you to be able to understand, the if you feel that the counterfeit has got their claws onto your person, understand this. Look at your own situation, where you come from. Look at the counterfeit that you were in. There can be counterfeits, plural, but there is one particular person that could be a problem. Okay, so if you were in a marriage or in a long-term relationship, I'm talking about that person, that key person. I do not care how much clause that they have in that person. Look at your own situation. How was it? How was it for you before you broke up with the person you were involved in? How was it? You tried to work things out, things were not working. You were trying, you were bending backwards. You were even praying, trying to make things work. You were just running out of ideas until your peace started to be compromised, until your health started to be compromised, and for some of you, until your life started to be compromised, and you knew, like, okay, it was just time to just leave. And for some, even after the Lord has just shown everything, the Lord knows that it's easy for us to go to what we are used to. And the Lord had to add in the fire. God has to add in the fuel. And it was that, for some of you, it was just one last thing that was done, and it was like more than enough for you to just have the courage to pack up and start life anew, to start life afresh. So I promise you, like, just like it was with you, with your ex, there came a time where there was no peace. You were like restless. The joy was gone. You were like, you were just literally, you were on a what, on a countdown. And when the time was done, you were out. So it's the same. It's the same with your person regarding the counterfeit that you feel that has got claws on them. So I do not even want you to be worrying about that. Okay, it's, if the concern is on the counterfeit, consider them gone. Like, they're actually not even the problem. Okay, consider them out the way. That's not the problem. They're really not the problem. The counterfeit will fall off of your person like a dry leaf falls off of a tree. Don't even help. Like, don't even do anything. Like, they'll just fall off. No matter how hard they try to stick, they like, I don't even know if they'll even want to try and stick. Okay, so yeah, let's just leave it there. Whether the counterfeit wants to reach back or not, at the end of the day, the most important person is your person. If your person is done, and that's enough, and that's the heart the Lord is working with right now. And let us not be focusing on the counterfeit. Leave the counterfeit, that as good as gone. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys. God bless.